Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. Despite the market volatility, my friends, there's a lot of bullish activity happening in the crypto industry. I want to talk about Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, meeting with members of Congress to push for clear regulations to allow more institutional capital to come into the crypto market. That's bullish news, and I want to give you the details. He's taking photos with Senator Ted Cruz and Cynthia Lummis and many more. We're also going to talk about a new Microsoft crypto job. And I have to read the job description to you guys. It is so bullish and just a sign of what's happening. All these legacy companies are jumping into crypto in one way or the other. Either they're investing or they're building technology on crypto blockchains and so forth. It's amazing what's happening. We're also going to talk about a recap from Blockworks about how much money was invested this past week, and it's in the billions. So we've been tracking the capital and the venture capital, the investment firms, the investment funds who are putting money into the market. And there's some big news around the SEC and crypto lending and Gary Gensler and all these things I want to go over with you guys, plus some NFT news. Now, before we get there, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. If you're listening on a podcast site, please give me a 5-star rating. Once again, it supports the channel and I really appreciate it, guys. Now, a quick word from our sponsor, which is TaxBit, the leading tax service provider in the crypto industry. TaxBit is a service I personally use and have been using for years and will be using for this tax season to calculate my crypto gains and losses. It makes it so easy to plug in your exchanges. It pulls the data out and allows you to print out the forms that you need to give to your accountant or whoever does your taxes. So I highly vouch for this platform. It makes my life super easy, and it's just a great platform, easy to use. So if you'd like to learn more, please check out the link in the description. Now, let's take a look at the crypto market here, even though I don't want to, because it's a sea of red. And this is the volatility we have to live with this new and young asset class. But you can use that volatility to your advantage, right? So Bitcoin right now, just above $39,000. The alts are down as well. And you can see here on the weekly chart, we were tracking the massive green candle at the beginning of the week that was looking strong. Now it's a weak green candle, and it is, of course, in danger of turning into a red candle as we close the week on Sunday. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Does that mean that we're still or we're off track as to what Bitcoin's going to do next with the retracement? I don't think so. I think it's what's it's looking like, I should say. If you look at the correction that happened during the summer, right, starting in May, and it was a painful 3 months, and we went down, we found the bottom, and then Bitcoin broke out and then hit some new all-time highs. It looks very similar as far as the pattern that we're going to, move sideways, dip down, build some support level, then bounce up and hit some new all-time highs, maybe hit some new all-time highs, I should say, because there's still that thesis that we are only retracing at this point. Bitcoin tops out at 55 to 58K. Some folks have the theory that, Bitcoin still has a blow-off top to head to. I don't know at this point. Those are the two theses. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, I'm more leaning towards blockchain backers model of we are headed to that retracement, 55 to 58K. Then we correct and Bitcoin goes into the bear market. Then alt season starts. We will just have to wait and see, my friends. At this point, it's a waiting game. But regardless of what's happening in the short term, long term, we should all be bullish because you just see all of the bullish news, the massive institutions entering the market. And one such news item I want to share with you is from Mr. Wonderful, aka Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Shark Tank himself, big time investor. He tweeted out the following: "Spent my day at the Senate with a bipartisan group of policymakers who get the joke on crypto. They are working on policy that will open these markets to retail investors? No, institutional investors." Now, some of you may say, "Oh, I don't like Mr. Wonderful. I hate Kevin O'Leary. He used to be a crypto hater." Well, he's not anymore, right? And we know he's formed some huge partnerships. He holds crypto. He's been talking about his portfolio. He's invested in Polygon, Matic, HBAR, and much more. Also, he's a investor with FTX Exchange and also a spokesperson. So he has skin in the game and he's not playing around. And here you can see he took a photo with Senator Cynthia Lummis, who's a very big Bitcoin advocate. I've interviewed her on the channel. If you haven't seen that interview, link will be in the description. He tweeted out a photo of the two of them saying, "Thank you, Senator Lummis, for hosting my bipartisan, both Democrats and Republicans, my friends, bipartisan meeting with the senators on the Hill to discuss crypto policy. The good news is they are all over it and agree there is tremendous opportunity once they pass policy. Stay tuned. I left them feeling optimistic." My friends, bullish times are ahead. Don't get shook out by the Fed, by Russia, Ukraine, and just the volatility. Be patient. Do you see what's happening here? Big players are making big moves, and this is the type of activity we've been waiting for. People who have a level of trust with this caliber of folks, right? The politicians and so forth, they're not going to necessarily listen to you and I if we walked up to them. But someone like Mr. Wonderful, who's on TV, a big time investor, obviously very wealthy, can provide campaign donations. Hint, hint, right, guys? We all know how this game works. And it's a matter of educating the members of Congress and lobbying them. Look, the banking industry does this. I think they spend way more than crypto, obviously, right? But I can't remember the top of my head, the ratio, but they spend a lot more. So the fact that we have Kevin on our side going out there and educating these folks who make the laws, who would be able to put Gary Gensler and the SEC in their place, this is bullish. And you remember, he's not thinking about retail, and I get it. He's going to try to bring all his rich friends into the crypto asset class to allow sovereign wealth funds and all type of retirement funds and pension funds and whoever else with the capital sitting on the sidelines. Yesterday, we talked about Charles Schwab, right? To allow them to easily come into this market. So here, he also took a photo with Ted Cruz, and Ted Cruz tweeted out, "Enjoyed visiting this morning with Kevin O'Leary regarding the future of crypto and Bitcoin. Fascinating discussion. Texas should be ground zero for the crypto industry worldwide." And he took a photo here with Ted Cruz, of course. Guys, big things are happening. Once again, if don't let macroeconomic factors and inflation and Fed and all that scare you. Be patient. Obviously, if you need to take, gains and you need to cash out before whatever reason you need the money financially, do it. Obviously, obviously I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying if one was in that situation, if I was in that situation, I would do that. So not financial or investment advice. I'm just giving you perspective on certain things. So this is very bullish, my friends. And when I see things like this, man, it gets my bullish adrenaline going, right? It's amazing what is taking place, that these folks are now meeting and pushing crypto. Once again, Kevin O'Leary years ago was bashing the hell out of crypto on CNBC, calling it crypto crap. He was giving Anthony Pompliano a lot of crap on TV. Now he's out there beating the drum with members of Congress who make the laws. Remember that. So look at this Microsoft job posting, big crypto ambitions. So Microsoft and many of the big tech companies are looking to hire talent because they're going to be adopting crypto in many ways. Well, look at this description from the job posting. I read this and I'm like, man, this future is so bright for this asset class. Here's what they said. "We are seeking experienced engineers to join our team nationwide to build out the next generation of crypto forward products and features. You will solve unique, large-scale, highly complex technical problems, bridging the constraints posed by web-scale applications and blockchain technology. Listen to this. You will help build the next generation of systems to make cryptocurrency accessible to everyone across the pond, the globe, operating real-time applications with high frequency, low latency updates, and managing the most secure infrastructure running Azure. My friends, big things are ahead. I can't overemphasize this enough, and patience is the key. One may say, man, the price sucks. And I know, look, I want to see my portfolio 10x from here, right? I'm here to make money, but I know it will come in time as all the puzzle pieces get put together, like regulations and so on and so forth. And as more institutional players come in and more adoption, it's going to happen. And look, I've been here since 2016, so I've seen a lot of ups and downs. So this doesn't bother me, and I'm actually up because I've been buying the lows, not as up as the market was. It was obviously the prices were higher last year, and now my portfolio was higher, of course, but I'm still up in comparison to 4 or 5 years ago, right? So some of you entering the market, I know it's painful. I know you're new to it, but you got to have a macro view. Big things are happening with very big players here. Now, here's an example, and we've covered the details of this news, but Blockworks, they do a great job summarizing every week how much money has been invested in the crypto asset class, and that could be investing in the crypto companies. So $1.3 billion was invested in crypto companies and funds this week. And one of them was Electric Capital, right? We covered that news, $1 billion raised to invest in not only companies, but in the tokens. And I'm actually trying to get an interview with the folks at Electric Capital. I'm in contact with them. So I want to bring, those interviews to you guys so you can hear directly from the horse's mouth and realize what is taking place here and what is being built. Now let's move ahead. Big sponsorship news with OKX Crypto Exchange. Now, OKX is owned by OK Group, which also owns OKCoin, which is a company I work for, right? Many of you know I left my traditional job in last year, in June of last year, May or June. Yeah, and I went to work for OKCoin Crypto Exchange. Well, the sister company that is serving the international markets is OKX. And here they partnered with Manchester City. Now, maybe some of the US folks may not know about this. Manchester City, of course, big time league, a soccer league. Well, I should say football. They call it football there. And 11.7 million followers, lots of viewers, huge sponsorships. As you can imagine, this is a multi-million-dollar deal. It's a sign of what's happening, my friends. And remember that OKX, along with FTX, along with Coinbase, and all these big players are not making these investments of sponsorships to lose money. They're looking to build brand awareness and get market share because they know this thing is on its way up. It's only growing year over year, quarter over quarter. More people are coming in, and we haven't hit mainstream adoption yet. And that's what a lot of folks don't realize. We're still very early in the adoption curve. So when I see stuff like this, and obviously it's close to home for me because I work for the sister companies. So it's just amazing, these investments that are happening, my friends. It's pretty bullish. Now, our friendly neighborhood crypto criminal, I shouldn't say crypto criminal, but banking criminal, Gary Gensler, the bankster's puppet. He's tweeting out here today. Check out the SEC Investor Education's Investor Bulletin, crypto asset interest bearing accounts, rubbing it in our faces, guys. Remember, they just sued Blockworks, and Blockworks had to pay $100 million, not Blockworks, excuse me, BlockFi had to pay $100 million fine, and they're going to go after Nexo and Celsius, I'm sure. Gensler bring in draconian, heavy-handed regulations on the crypto asset class, and this is why we need Congress to act, to put him in his place, guys. And of course, all his tweets are met with a lot of pushback and hate, and rightfully so. This is pathetic. In the other parts of the world, you don't have to worry about this. Just go north into Canada if you're in the United States, and they're able to operate as normal. They don't have to worry about all these draconian security laws. And of course, we know Gensler is trying to protect the incumbents, and he is part of the incumbents. He was at Goldman Sachs. So he's protecting his banking buddies. Crypto yield and interest pay way higher, some 8 to 10% higher than what the traditional savings accounts are offering, right? And that money is leaving the pockets of Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan. They don't like that. So of course they're fighting back. And it sucks because he's supposed to represent the people. He's supposed to protect investors and do what's right. And clearly he's not representing us. He's representing the banking cartel, as I would like to call them. Now, Rarify, the NFT platform, gets $10 million in Series A led by Pantera Capital to further hiring efforts. I'll say it again. If you're an entrepreneur, now's the time to go make your pitch. You could easily get capital, guys. It's milk and honey right now. And I hope some of you who are listening, maybe you're building a project, whatever it is, throw it out there. Don't be afraid. Put together a good plan and go pitch it, man. Pantera Capital is, of course, led by Dan Moorhead, a well-known macro investor. I've interviewed him on the channel. I'm trying to get him back again. Really great guy, smart guy. And you're just seeing all these companies raising money. And Rarify, I think I interviewed one of the co-founders of Rarify. Excuse me, that was Rarible, excuse me, not Rarify, excuse me. So Rarify is aiming to lower the barriers to entry for new businesses in the NFT sector. Now, obviously, some of you listening or watching may not be bullish on NFTs. You don't necessarily have to, in the sense of owning the NFTs, but what you should be bullish on is that the NFTs are being built on the blockchain, and that brings value to the assets. Here's an example. Tezos, which I hold in my portfolio, great proof of stake token. I earned rewards staking it. Pizza chain Papa John's is giving away NFTs minted on the Tezos blockchain. So you're going to see NFTs on different blockchains, like you're seeing them on Ethereum, Solana, Tezos, some on the XRP ledger soon. Actually, it's already there, but I think, as far as retail and being able to mint it on certain marketplaces like Mintable, that's going to be coming soon, and I'll be interviewing some of the folks at Ripple soon to talk about that. So, guys, bullish times ahead. Don't let the volatility scare you or shake you out. Obviously, like I said, if you need to take profits because of financial reasons, do what you need to do. But if we've talked about it for years, don't invest what you aren't willing to lose, so you're not losing sleep at night. You're not constantly thinking about it. Now, I'm not saying you're going to lose your money, but it's just out of a matter of principle that you should only invest what you're willing to lose, not your life savings, right? So I have my 401k, I have my savings in my bank account, liquid cash that I would need to use, obviously. And I got my crypto assets. I got some money in stocks. So I'm not investing my life savings, right? Or my 401k. That stuff is sitting there doing its thing, and I don't have to lose sleep at night. Does it suck when the price goes down? Of course it sucks. I want to see it go up, right? I have financial goals. I have things I want to do. I've shared some of that with you guys over the years. So just be patient, guys. Things are moving in the right direction. And, the market, we've seen it go up and down, up and down. And I've talked about swing trading. So for example, this is not financial investment advice. I bought certain coins like Avalanche, I think some Solana. I'm not breaking the bank here. Just buy some here at a dip. Let's see, next week or the week after it pops up a 10 to 15%, take profits. Easy money. And you just got to play the cycles, right? And sometimes I do that on a monthly basis, quarterly basis. Just got to be patient because sometimes we can't predict what happens, right? It may not go up in 2 weeks. It may go up in a month or 3 months. That's okay. That's my swing trade portfolio. And I have my long-term portfolio as well. So I hope you guys understand that. I hope, you can use the volatility to your advantage. It's certainly, once you change your outlook and perspective on it, it can make you money. Years ago, it used to bother the hell out of me, and I didn't know what to make of it. But then I kept researching, looking at what some other people are doing, spoke to folks, and they're like, yeah, I'm swing trading the volatility. It sucks, that my long-term hold Portfolio may be down, but swing trade the volatility and you make easy returns. It's pretty fun too, because it's just quick money. I'm not saying it's going to make you a millionaire or whatever. That's not the point. The point is to make some nice, easy returns. So that's what I'm doing. Once again, not financial or investment advice. Anyway, guys, leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.